We've gotten off to a gloomy start today, and storms are expected to hit this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lawrence Gafidi. The storms could bring large hail, damaging winds, and the potential for isolated tornadoes. It could start hitting the foothills as soon as an hour from now. Here's how it looks in Golden right now. Definitely looking super gray out there. Joining me now is Keely Chalmers with our 9 News Weather Impact team. Hey, Keely.
Yeah, good afternoon. We're getting both clouds as well as wildfire smoke from those fires burning in northern Arizona, southern Utah, and now in Colorado. So kind of a double whammy when it comes to the gray start to the day. Temperatures are going to warm up much cooler. We had a cold front move through last night. That's cooling off those temperatures. We are, can you believe it, in the 70s across the plains, 81 in Pueblo, 84 in Trinidad, but for the most part, we're in the 70s, and temperatures in the 70s and 80s up in the high country as well. Live radar tracking just some light showers moving through, but again, like you said, by about 1 o'clock, that's when we'll likely see those thunderstorms start to pop up over the mountains and then gradually drift down over the lower elevation. So you're hour by hour, 76 by 1, 77. We're going to be in the 80s by 3 o'clock, but that's also when those thunderstorms are going to roll down off the mountains into the metro area, the I-25 corridor. We're going to continue to see that activity as we head into the 5 o'clock hour, starting to clear out at 6 o'clock for the metro area. So we are calling a weather impact day for today due to those storms. And again, moving in after 1 o'clock, 83 degrees. We're going to struggle to get up there. But again, those storms really between about 12 and 6, I would say closer to about 2 to 6 here in the metro area. And we're looking at large hail, gusty winds, and the potential for an isolated tornado as well. So again, stay weather aware if you are able to. Today would be a great day to park those cars in the garage or the carport. Going to return to seasonal warm weather as we head into the weekend. We'll talk more about that and track the timing of those storms in detail coming up in our complete forecast in just a bit.
Thank you so much. We just got some video of the efforts to stop a stolen truck on I-25 around 84th Street early this morning. Colorado State Patrol troopers were able to use a grappler, which wraps around a wheel to bring a vehicle to a stop. Suspect tried to run away still, but was caught shortly after. 9 News transportation reporter Brianna Fernandez has more details of how it all played out.
Things are looking much better along southbound I-25 near 84th Avenue, but this morning when we first arrived here around 5 a.m., we know that this was a nightmare. Southbound I-25 had several lanes blocked off. That's because of a stolen vehicle. So Colorado State Patrol, they said that they assisted Thornton police around 4 a.m. this morning. So take a look at your screen. This is what that scene looked like when we first arrived. The call came in as a stolen vehicle, a Ram pickup out of Thornton, and the car was stopped just outside of Thornton's jurisdiction. Colorado State Patrol, they used the grappler system to stop the car, which caused the police car to be involved in a crash. So the grappler system, that's a tool to safely stop cars during police pursuits. The device uses a rope from the front of the police car. Officers get really close to that car that they're chasing, and then they release a cable which will wrap around the rear tire. CSP currently has 28 grapplers across the state, and last year CSP attempted 60 grappler deployments. 34 of those were successful. Now we know with the specific crash that happened early this morning, there were no injuries, but there was a person that was taken into custody. Now we're trying to find out who that person is and what charges they could be facing. For now, I'm near I-25 and 84th Avenue. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Brianna, thank you so much. A man shot by Denver police in Montbello on July 1st has yet to be charged for the incident. DPD gave an update this morning, and the chief believes his officers were justified. Police say they heard fireworks on Del Rio Court while on patrol and saw 5 people outside of a home. When they approached, one of them started walking away. DPD says when police told him to stop, he reached for his waistband and had a gun while facing them. One officer fired at him in the leg. He is expected to recover. When asked more about the man's positioning and if his back was turned to officers, this is what Chief Thomas had to say.
His movements were obvious. He was accessing that weapon. He did have a weapon. The officer recognized that he had a weapon. And I think it's just fractions of a second that it would take someone to move from a place where they have a weapon in their hand to where that weapon is being pointed at the officer and shots being fired.
We are following this today, and we'll have more details coming up later on 9 News. Arapahoe County investigators hope the public will help them find a second suspect involved in a deadly shooting. It happened at a house party this past weekend. The party was held Saturday night on East Crestridge Circle near Tower Road. The sheriff's office says they got a call about shots fired. Once deputies got there, they found a 19-year-old shot. Crews could not save him. Deputies arrested a 17-year-old on first-degree murder charges, but they do believe there's a second suspect. If you have any information, call the number at the bottom of your screen. One of the firefighters shot at Coeur d'Alene, Idaho at the end of last month is getting treated at a rehab hospital in Englewood. David Tisdall was flown into Centennial Airport yesterday afternoon, then taken to the Craig Neuro Rehab Hospital. He was with other firefighters responding to a fire when police say a 20-year-old man fired at them. 2 firefighters were killed. The fire department says the single gunshot that hit Tisdall in his back collapsed his left lung, damaged his clavicle, shattered several ribs, and caused spinal swelling. The fire department says right now he can't move his legs, but doctors are hopeful that his ability will return when swelling subsides. The Turner Gulch wildfire is still growing in Mesa County right now, and Metro firefighters are heading up there to help. Lightning started the fire last Thursday, and the extreme drought conditions are making it hard for crews to manage. Members of the Adams County Fire are helping fight it and shared some new pictures this morning. We just learned West Metro Fire sent 7 firefighters to help as well. As of right now, it's burned nearly 14,000 acres, and it is 0% contained. Officials are estimating the wildfire burning in the south rim of the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park has burned as much as 85% of that south rim part of the park. Park officials say there will not be any camping in or around it for the rest of the season. It's already burned more than 4,000 acres, which is more than 6 square miles, and none of it is contained. Evacuations are still in effect for surrounding neighborhoods, roads, and trails. Some of those neighbors saw the lightning hit that night and found out later that their homes were in danger. They did not waste any time trying to protect their threatened homes and others.
We did over 2.5 miles of fire breaks around the residences, and so that it was a blessing to have that team willing to sacrifice that and put their time and the equipment at risk, really.
The visitor center is okay, but the fire has ruined the park's maintenance facility along with all of the heavy equipment.